It has not delayed. It has not delayed. The problem with you people is you are impatient. You want to run faster than the car you are driving. Because the federation is not a one person matter. Yes, Uganda may want the federation first, but are the Rwandese ready? Are the Burundi ready? Are the Tanzanians at the same stage with Uganda as the South Sudanese? South Sudan has, for instance, not yet acceded the protocols of free movement and the economic the protocol of economic cooperation. You know, you move these countries at different stages until you are able to get to a certain stage where you have a confederation and then a federation. You have to prepare everybody. You can't federate alone. You can't federate alone. You have other people agree with you and move in constant consonance, in the same reach the same stage of agreement and consensus. Then you have a federation. Yeah, reservations are normal. I would have been surprised if nobody had reservations. You know, reservations are normal. Even in a marriage, you hear people, partners, expressing reservations. But end of the day, when their fears are put to rest, they enter the marriage. Rwanda is for cooperation. Tanzania is for cooperation. Actually, when we did the census, Tanzania was 99%. Tanzania was 99% for federation. Tanzania. But Tanzania, yes, he said we are for federation, but at a slower, a better, slow and better considered program. A better, slower, Rwanda may have its own, thinking, but they have also overcome it. All the East African countries now are for federation, all of them. There is no partner state that's hesitant to enter into the federation. It's the speed at which it should be done that is at variance. Some people say let's go slowly, a bit slower. Some say let's do it fast, And each of the two approaches, is got advantages and disadvantages. Because if you do it very fast, you will do it in such a way that there are certain things you will not have considered which will remain undone and could unravel your achievements. But if you don't do it fast and get a federation, then there is no way you're going to effect control and influence on the partner states to make them move much faster to achieve the federation. Because what is the intent of the federation? Economic development. The federation, the essence of the federation is economic development and economic prosperity. Because without a federation, we are not going to prosper. We shall still operate as different countries with our own inabilities. But if we were a federation, we would have a bigger market, bigger control, the greater flexibility movement, concentration of resources, and would be another United States. That does not mean that the partner states will disappear as individual entities. No. Look at the United States. The states manage their own affairs, and the federal government manages other things on their behalf. Certain aspects of economic security and defense issues on behalf of the rest. Yeah. So that's why we need the federation. Because the federation solves our security problem, solves our defense problem, unites our economies, solves the matters of shortages, shortages and inabilities. Because if there is shortage of maize in Tanzania, in a federation you don't need permission to move maize from Tanzania to cross the borders. If there is then you can plan production. Once you are in a federation, you can plan production. And each partner state produces what it produces at comparative economic advantage. But right now we are all competing. Milk, eggs, everybody. Like now Kenya says Kenyans must eat expensive eggs because it must protect its own producers. to the detriment of Kenyans. There are cheap eggs in Uganda, but Kenya can't buy them. And Kenya forces Kenyan citizens to eat expensive eggs when there are cheaper eggs in Uganda. But if we had a federation, that would not obtain. You know, there are things Kenya produces much cheaper than Uganda. Yeah? Much cheaper at a comparative advantage. And you find we are buying the same things Kenya is producing much at a higher price than if we got them from Kenya. You know, yes, the countries may benefit in terms of income and what, but you are punishing the citizens who didn't draw the borders in the first place. Eh? You tell me what's the difference between a Ugandan ITESO and a Kenyan ITESO? Eh? Were they there when the borders were drawn? These were unilateral lines between the rules of Kenya and the rules of Uganda. What's the difference? Eh? Or the Bakonjo of Uganda and the Bahundi of Congo. We are the same people, they speak the same language. Yeah? Or the Bafumbira and the fellows of Masisi. They all speak the same language. Yeah? Same language, same customs, same everything. We are now working together. We don't have a common language. The common language we develop one we have federated. Yeah? We have now a Kiswahili commission, which is whose job is to ensure that everybody learns and speaks Kiswahili as the lingua, the eventual lingua franca for the East Africa, because the Swahili is in Tanzania, spoken in Tanzania, in Kenya, in Uganda, in Rwanda, and Burundi, and it's spoken by the Southern Sudanese who are here as refugees. Those are the Southern Sudanese who are here as refugees, and in Eastern Congo. So, what's the problem?